I recently upgraded my graphics cards, and then I noted that with a really heavy GPU, like this one over here, the Strix ROG, the cooler is enormous and it's quite heavy. So when you put it in your build, it sags. It looks really bad. And what do I mean by sag? I mean that if you have your motherboard here, CPU, some RAM memory here, and you put the GPU, it might look like this. It's sagging because you only have the fixing here and it's hanging in the PCIe slot like this. And this does not look good, especially not with a premium high-end build. So there must be a solution about this. I've noted that there are some anti-sag solutions where you put like a little leg here that supports towards the bottom. That's a really primitive way, but it works. Then you can get it back up straight. It's like the one you use in your car, basically, when you're gonna shift the tires. But I have fans on the bottom here, so that's just not gonna go anywhere, that thing. Then I know that there are also stuff that you put here, some kind of angle brackets, and it goes out like this, and you put it like in 1 or 3 screw holes here in the PCI slots, or whatever they're called. And then you can also get it to go straight and look nice. But this one takes up a lot of space, and I think it's quite ugly as well, so I don't want to use that. So what's the solution then? How can we fix this problem? I found the solution here in the Lian Li GB-001. It's a graphics card anti-sag bracket, and this is a really good solution, because what it is basically, here's the parts, a little metal thing with holes in it, and you got a pair of, let's see if I can just grab them from the bag. Here they are, extra long screws. Now this one goes into the fittings of the motherboard. So you know, when you got the ATX, you have like screw holes. If I just eyeball them, it's something like this. And you got your PCIe slot here, so that's where your GPU probably is gonna go. And then what you do is you remove the screws here, and you replace them with a pair of these extra long things. And then you will get, if you look at it from the side, it's gonna look like this. So you have your motherboard, and then you get this extra long support here. And also down here you do the same thing. And then you add this one, and you attach it to these two. Screw it here. And then it's gonna look like this, with all these holes in it, like so. And you will have it here, and it's quite thin. I've used it in one of my builds, and it worked perfectly. It looks a little bit tight between the graphics card and everything, but hopefully it's gonna work. I've done it once, and it was no problem at all. It just snapped into place. And then when you got this one attached with screws here, just regular screws here, you take one of these little L-shaped metal profiles, and these ones, there are 2 of them, probably back from the SLI days, but those days are gone now. So you take one of them, put it here, and attach a screw, and then there's an extra long hole here, as you can see, so it you can adjust the height of it. And there's also some little adhesive rubber mounts, so you don't scratch your precious GPU cooler with all its RGB and that stuff. So what you do is you put this one, the L-shaped thing, and it's gonna go something like this. And then you just put your GPU where you want it. Maybe you could even put one of those with the bubbles to make it 100% straight if you got OCD like me. And and then you just put this L shape, adjust it to the position that you want it, attach the screw, lock it into place, and you're done. And then the GPU is gonna rest on top of that little bracket like so. and it's gonna look super nice. And the best thing of all is that it's stealth. This one is not gonna be visible in your build at all. You're just gonna get a nice and straight GPU, and that's just the way I wanted it. And I've used it with, like I said, I used it on one of my builds. There was no problems at all. And soon I'm gonna do the same procedure here with my other build with a big 3080 Ti and see if it fits. Hopefully it's not gonna be any problems there either. So can highly recommend this little GB-001. It's cheap and it did exactly what it was supposed to do, and it's a good product. I like it. See ya.